Air Canada is a historical airline. From their humble beginnings back in the 1930s to their flagship fleet of aircraft carrying tens of millions of passengers across the world, Air Canada has a legacy, not just for Canadians, but for aviation enthusiasts across the world. In this video, we'll take a deep dive into Air Canada by examining their current mainline fleet and their plans for the future. Stay tuned. Founded as Trans-Canada Airlines back in 1937, the current Air Canada has a huge fleet of both small single-aisle aircraft similar to the Airbus A319 to huge wide-bodies like the Boeing 777. Air Canada's mainline fleet is diverse, with 180 aircraft in their current fleet split among Air Canada Jets, and Air Canada Cargo. Later, I'll also discuss Air Canada's future fleet, an order book with 61 aircraft still undelivered. But before I really dive into this video, please consider subscribing to my channel. More great aviation content like this is on the way, and the easiest way you can support such content is by pressing that red button down below. This week, 98.6% of you were not subscribed, so let's try to get that number lower by next week. The backbone of Air Canada's operations is at home. Air Canada's regional flying is essential to Canadians, as Canada is a vast country with mesmerizing terrain. Air Canada's short-haul fleet consists first of 4 Airbus A319s. These small Airbus aircraft are split across Air Canada Jets, who make use of 3 of them, and the mainline Air Canada, which makes use of just currently 1. Air Canada Jets uses these small aircraft in a custom corporate layout, using them for private customers. Air Canada brought out one of its older A319s from temporary retirement this March, and its flying routes for the mainline Air Canada. To clarify, there are more narrow bodies flying with Air Canada Express and other Air Canada subsidiaries, but this video focuses on Air Canada's mainline fleet. The corporate version of the A319 is seated with 58 domestic first-class style seats in a 2-2 layout, mainly for obviously corporate customers. The one regularly fitted A319 at the mainline Air Canada operates is equipped with 120 seats total. The next aircraft Air Canada's fleet boasts is the homegrown Airbus A220. This aircraft was initially designed by Canadian aerospace manufacturer Bombardier, before being bought by European aerospace manufacturer Airbus. Air Canada operates 28 of the A220-300 with 17 more on order. Their original order consisted of 45 definitive orders and 30 optional purchase rights. During COVID, they canceled some of their initial orders, but have since reactivated some of the previously canceled orders. Air Canada equips their A220s with 137 seats, split across domestic first and economy class. The A220 is a hugely versatile aircraft, and in my opinion, one of the most efficient and, thankfully, passenger-friendly. The A220 also has superior range to many of its rivals, making it an attractive option for Air Canada. Thus, the A220 will most likely continue to play an important part for Air Canada's operations. Before I go on to the next aircraft Air Canada depends on for successful operations, please consider giving this video a like. If you enjoyed this video thus far, it's an easy way to show your appreciation. Air Canada also operates 17 Airbus A320s and 15 Airbus A321s. The A320s are anticipated to be replaced with incoming Boeing 737 MAX 8s, as the A320s are configured with 146 total seats. The MAX is being configured with 169 seats, so it's a bit of an upgrade capacity-wise. The Airbus A321 seats 190 passengers across first and economy class. None of the narrowbodies in Air Canada's fleet sport business class. Almost all of them are configured with a small domestic first class cabin and then a large economy cabin. To be fair, almost no new narrowbodies sport business class, especially ones fulfilling domestic routes. The age of a 757 with a free class layout seems to be the past, not the future. The Airbus A321 will most assuredly be eventually replaced with the Airbus A321 XLR, of which Air Canada has ordered 30 of. These XLRs were anticipated to be delivered in the beginning of 2024, but with the program's recent delays, I wouldn't be very optimistic. Air Canada's Airbus A320 family aircraft have been serving an essential role in their fleet and are also present in Air Canada's subsidiaries and even their domestic competitors. Moving into Air Canada's wide-body fleet, they operate 16 Airbus A330-300s in two different configurations. One is more premium heavy, while the other has a couple more economy seats. I've flown on A330s before, albeit not for Air Canada. Feel free to check out my flight review in premium economy with fellow Star Alliance member Lufthansa. Both of these configurations seat about the same amount of passengers, carrying 292 and 297 passengers respectively. Many of the A330s were previously operated by Singapore Airlines and TAP Air Portugal, who have recently been replacing their older A330s with the new Airbus A330neos. Many of Air Canada's A330s are slated to receive their modern Dream cabin. Air Canada's A330s may be showing their age, but with the new cabin refresh will look as good as new, at least internally. For their long-haul fleet, Air Canada is heavily dependent on Boeing wide-bodies, including the modern and efficient Boeing 787 Dreamliner. Air Canada operates 29 of the 787-9 and 8 of the 787-8, with them recently actualizing free options for the -9 into orders. The Dreamliners are configured with 255 seats for the smaller -8 and 298 for the larger -9. The -9 also has a longer range, at over 14,000 kilometers versus the -8's 13,600. The Dreamliner is an essential part of many airlines' fleets, and Air Canada is no exception. I'd anticipate that sometime down the line, Air Canada will transfer routes from their A330s to the 787-8, but as the A330s are now getting a cabin refresh, I doubt that will be anytime soon. While the 787 Dreamliners may be modern, Air Canada's 777s would more aptly be named the flagship of their fleet. Air Canada has 24 total 777s, split between the -200LR and the -300ER. They operate 18 of the larger ERs and 6 of the smaller LRs. While I use the word smaller, neither of these aircraft are small. The LR is configured with 300 seats, while the ER is configured with 400 and 450 seats in two different configurations. The 777 flies to destinations across the world and is easily filled with high-density routes, unless, of course, there's a global pandemic raging the globe. The 777 is obviously Air Canada's largest capacity aircraft. Compared to the 120-seater A319, you can really see the scope Air Canada's fleet encapsulates. Before I dive into the last section of Air Canada's fleet, namely their cargo aircraft, I like to thank today's video sponsor, myself. Obviously, no real sponsor, but if you enjoyed my content, I'd like to let you know of an exclusive opportunity to support creation of my content. If you'd like to support my channel, you can become a channel member. For showing your support, you'll get access to extra old content, shoutouts and videos, exclusive perks, recognition on my Discord server, exclusive chats with myself, and control over what videos I produce. Find out more by clicking the banner on your screen or in the description of this video. Air Canada's mainline fleet also operates two 767-300ERs for freight. These were converted 767s which have been transformed into cargo aircraft. Air Canada will also be converting 6 more 767s, so in the near future they will operate a total of 8 converted 767 into freighters. Air Canada has also ordered 2 dedicated cargo aircraft, namely the Boeing 767-300F. The -300F can carry 24 standard pallets on its main deck and 30 LD2 units in its belly. The total volume capacity of the -300F is 438 cubic meters. This large capacity, paired with a relatively small form factor that the 767 brings, is ideal for Air Canada and the routes they're planning on flying for cargo. Air Canada's future cargo fleet doesn't seem very diverse, but one of practicality and profitability, which is, of course, what an airline is all about. In conclusion, Air Canada has a stellar fleet of Boeing and Airbus aircraft. Their future fleet of A220s, A321XLRs, 787 Dreamliners, and more will have passengers excited in the years to come. As Air Canada starts experimenting in the cargo market with their converted 767s and regular 767 freighters, it shows their willingness to adapt to the aviation market, especially in a world where cargo prices are extremely high. Air Canada might have had some hard days during the pandemic, but if they use their fleet right, they'll have brighter skies ahead of them. What do you think? Does Air Canada really have the best fleet in North America? Let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. Also, please feel free to join my Discord server, which I've opened to all subscribers and aviation enthusiasts. It's a great place to discuss our combined love for the aviation industry, so make sure to consider joining. Again, if you've enjoyed this video, please consider supporting my content by subscribing, leaving a like, or becoming a channel member. That's it for this video. I'll see you in the next.